Welcome to my channel. I am your host Doodlebug, and here are a few rules for my channel so we don't have any confusion and headaches. Alright now, buckle them bloomers. Number 1. Sock or block. If at any point I want to sock you, I will block you. Don't take it personal. Many on here I adore now have been on this list, and we are friends now. It's my fight or fight response, and I'm usually over it fairly fast. 2. My corner. I say my corner because here, I am passing out information for free, so if you need a handout, it will not be on my corner. Go get your own. 3. No bashing people. We all have that one person we have issues with, but please don't announce your dirty laundry or your neighbors on here. If you and Fradia Faye want to go brawl and dust it up after my live, go have one heck of a time. Just be kind to one another, respect each other, don't ask for money. But go on ahead and hit that like because you know you want to. Thank you, and let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome back. I know that I had a funny live earlier, but every time I do a funny live, I always go back to feeling guilty about my missing people. I try to do the funny lives to help families because it is almost, the holiday times, but it can get a lot for them as it can for any of us, but it always makes me go back to my missing people. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to read some flyers, and then if any of you in chat decide that there is a case that you want me to go over, or a missing person's case or flyer you would like for me to read, we'll do that. First, I kind of think we'll go with, I know Amy Felton has been missing and Kayla Vitoli for quite a while, and both of their moms have really been struggling. So they asked that I play this one little video that I had made for them. It's not long. It's actually pretty short. So what we'll do is we'll do that. And then after that, I'll start reading some flyers. So if you have some names, you're going to hear my dog in the background. He will not shut up today. He's just like me. He's mouthy. But let me say hi to chat first. Hey, Lisa, I'm so happy to see you. If you have any, oh my goodness, let me play the video because my dog will not stop. And then I will greet the chat, guys. I'm sorry.
Illinois. Kayla was last seen leaving her residence in Dow, Illinois, which is located near Little Piazza Road and McCluskey Road, after an argument with her boyfriend. Kayla walked away, leaving all her belongings behind, including her phone. Kayla is a cancer survivor, and she does wear a colostomy bag. All of her needed medical supplies were also left behind. Kayla loved being on Facebook. She was on social media every single day. Kayla has not logged into her Facebook account since her disappearance. Kayla always kept in steady contact with her daughter as well as an aunt. With no word from Kayla in months, her family is absolutely terrified for Kayla's safety. This is way out of character. Family continues to stay hopeful. Someone knows something. Kayla has ties to Carlinville, Alton, and Wood River. Kayla is 39 years old. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighs 110 pounds. Her eyes are hazel, and her hair is brown, though it's dyed blonde. She has false teeth and, well, several tattoos on both arms. Her hand, legs, neck, and throat. Now, just 22 miles away, another woman, 6 months later, goes missing. Amy Felton went missing on July 12, 2023 in Carrollton, Illinois, according to her boyfriend. Amy's mother had not seen or heard from her daughter since July 7th. According to Amy's boyfriend, Amy left on foot after a fight. He did claim that he struck Amy pretty hard. Amy's boyfriend did not report her missing until August 2nd. Linda shared, Amy was looking forward to her sobriety ahead of her. She would never go this long without talking to a family member. The last communication I had with my daughter was her telling me happy anniversary. We just want to know what really happened to Amy. So Amy went missing east of Carrollton at her boyfriend's house. She disappeared in a rural area. Shockingly, Amy allegedly left on foot without her necessary seizure medication. And Amy left without taking her phone, medication, or any possessions at all. So a tip came in that someone may have seen Amy on the 13th in a truck alive, But, that is now being investigated. Amy could call anyone, even if she didn't have her phone, because she was one of those people that memorized phone numbers instead of relying on contacts to call people. Amy would have called us by now if she was okay, I believe, says her mom, Linda. Amy was 39 years old when she disappeared. She is 5 feet tall and weighs about 140 pounds. At the time she went missing, Amy had her hair dyed black, but her natural hair color is blondish brown. Amy has notable tattoos, and she also has a distinctive tattoo near her neck that reads, "Only God can judge me." After chatting with a few locals in Dow, Illinois, more than a handful have stated to me that they have seen Kayla and Amy at one house. This isn't a normal home, but is very well known for distributing certain substances. The women were not seen together, but definitely known to frequent the same home. After researching, I realized the first flyer made by someone close to Amy had her missing from Dow, not from her area, and I have to ask, why? It's a haunting thought that 2 women vanish, 1 drug house remains, and 0 answers. Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
All right, guys. Sorry, my dog was barking. I couldn't even greet chat because he just would not hush. He's as mouthy as I am. Hey, Brady, I'm so happy to see you. I have a few flyers yours that I plan on reading today, too. Let me start at the top real quick. We have Lisa Joe. Thank you, Lisa Joe. I don't know if there's any flyers or code cases that you want me to go over. I will. Just let me know. Mustang, same with you. Thank you for joining. We have Avery back. Welcome back, Avery. Who am I missing? I know I'm missing. I got Brady, PJ. Hey, PJ. Hope you got your paperwork done. Who was this one? Antifa antagonist. Oh, okay. Well, hi. How are you? Welcome. I think that might be it. Did I miss anyone? If I missed anyone, I apologize. I think that's it. Okay. All right. So what I figure we'll do is, like I said, if you weren't in here, I had a funny live earlier, but it always makes me feel guilty. So I want to go back to the missing and try to read some flyers that way. I know that Avery had sent me one that I plan on reading, but I think what I'll do is I'll go to my Facebook. Well, actually, she sent me this article first, and we're going to go ahead and read that one first. And it's very interesting because this woman is beautiful. She just, out of nowhere, it's like she just up and disappeared. I don't, it's alarming. It really is alarming. Let me make sure you guys can see it. If I could get this, this StreamYard stuff and having to share to the screen like over and over drives me nuts. I'm not used to this yet, so bear with me. Oh, you said, yeah, I got them both. Okay. So on this, it says, years later, family still pleading for answers in mother, son. Oh, this is a different one. Okay, Avery. I wanted to go with the first one first, I believe, but we can go ahead and do this one. Years later, make sure I'm not muted because I did that earlier. Years later, family still pleading for answers in mother-son disappearance. This Memorial Day marked 6 years since anyone seen or heard from Susan Osborne and her teenage son, Evan Chartrand. What's even more bizarre for the family is that it's also been years since they've gotten any updates from investigators. I'm hoping with the media attention that their story will reach the right person and they will do the right thing and come forward. The 42-year-old and 14-year-old son were last seen at their home in, I'm going to say that wrong. Warumka in May 2017. They were living with Susan's second husband at the time. Originally from Michigan, the mother and son duo moved to Alabama with Susan's first husband. The couple eventually divorced, and Susan stayed in the Deep South and shared custody of their son. Yeah, Brady, she was arrested, but it was on unrelated charges. So I'm really, really hoping that they can get something out of her while they got her in there. But yeah, I did see that. It's pronounced, let's see, it's Wetumpka. Okay, Wetumpka. Sorry, guys. I'm not good with this. Okay, so the 42-year-old and her 14-year-old son were last seen at their home in Wetumpka in May 2017. They were living with Susan's second husband at the time. Originally from Michigan, the mother and son duo moved to Alabama with Susan's first husband. The couple eventually divorced, and Susan stayed in the Deep South and shared custody of their son, Evan. And then she found love again and married her second husband. They lived in a home off Waterview Drive. Melissa Canfield still lives in Michigan, and she is Susan's sister-in-law. She talked to Susan and Evan all the time on Facebook. We spoke to them about 2 weeks before this all happened, she said, and everything seemed fine. Then in May, we all planned a trip down there, and my mother-in-law hadn't heard from Susan. She was texting her and leaving messages, but hadn't heard from her. But she didn't tell us anything, and she reported her missing that day. Family and friends say the last time they heard from Susan or Evan was in May, but they weren't reported missing to the Elmore County Sheriff's Office until July. Melissa Canfield remembers she got this feeling that something was wrong. They said her car was still at the house, but they were all shocked. I remember looking at my husband and saying, "This is bad." Her mother reported her missing and said it was extremely unusual that she had not heard from her, this for this extended period of time. Authorities did a welfare check at the home, and Robinson had followed this case closely and is now the district attorney in that county. In an interview with WSFA 12 News in 2021, he recalled the investigators found her car at the home, along with evidence remodeling the burn piles of the property. Both Susan and Evan's belongings had been removed from the home. I do believe there was some evidence of burn piles and things like that around the property, as some things were removed. Now, whether or not those things were taken from them or were removed after they went missing is the question we may never know the answer to. In November 2022, C.J. Robinson was sworn in as district attorney of the 19th Judicial District covering Elmore County. Susan and Evan's family reached out to the 12 News Defenders case file team for an update and said they're hopeful that the new district attorney may have new leads in this case. In an interview in 2021, Robinson did say he's hopeful new technology will help. There is hope that the technology with DNA that we might actually catch who did it, Robinson said, but for now, we just don't know. Melissa Canfield said she doesn't believe they're still alive and her family just wants closure. We know they're gone. We would just like to find their bodies and we need to have a proper burial. If you have any information that could help in this case, please contact the Elmore County Sheriff's Office at 334-567-5441 or the Elmore County District Attorney's Office at 334-514-3116. Okay, let me get back over. As you can see, I don't know if that's going to let me play it. I can try.
Was a bizarre disappearance that happened years ago. A woman and her teenage son in Wetumpka vanished. Friends and family members still have not gotten answers, so they reached out to the 12 News Defenders. Here's WSFA 12 News anchor Jasmine Williams with this month's case file.
The words "still missing" have been posted all around Elmore County.
Susan Osborne and her teenage son Evan disappeared in 2017. Family convinced they are no longer alive.
Would like to find their bodies.
This is the 12 News Defenders case file, Susan and Evan. For many people, Memorial Day weekend marks the unofficial start of summer. And for Susan and Evan, it was no different. The mother and son duo reportedly had plans, and it's believed that weekend was when something happened.
They moved down there for his job, and then they divorced shortly after.
Originally from Michigan, Susan Osborne moved to Alabama with her first husband, and together they had a son, Evan. When they divorced, Susan stayed in the state, sharing custody with her first husband. And it was also in Alabama where she would find love again. She married her second husband and moved into this home in Wetumpka, a home that would serve as the backdrop for this missing persons case for the 42-year-old Susan and her 14-year-old son.
We spoke to them about 2 weeks before this all happened.
Still in Michigan, Melissa Canfield is the sister-in-law and aunt, and she used FaceTime to stay in touch with them. She said she never noticed anything out of the ordinary with Susan, and it came as a total shock when all communication stopped.
I remember telling my husband, this is bad. He goes, I know. I don't feel like this is good at all.
And it wasn't good. There was no sign of the mother or her son, and it's believed they went missing in May, but a police report wasn't filed until July. And when authorities went to the home, they noticed something else. Something was off.
There was certainly remodeling that had been done, and I do believe there was some evidence of burn piles and things like that around on the property.
Disturbing evidence in this disappearance, but 6 years later, no one really knows what happened. No one's been arrested, and no persons of interest have been named. But there is renewed hope for the family by way of a new DA in Elmore County, CJ Robinson. And he seems optimistic too.
But now there is hope that with the technology, with DNA, that we might actually catch who did it.
We need closure. We need answers. We need to find them. We need to lay them to rest in peace.
Closure desperately needed in an unsolved case involving a mother and her son. With this 12 News Defenders case file in Wetumpka, I'm Jasmine Williams.
If you know anything about this case, you are encouraged to contact the Elmore County Sheriff's Office. For more information about this case and the others we've profiled, you can visit our website, WSFA.com.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking. All that time too. My goodness. That's awful. Awful, awful. Did I miss anyone? I think I seen Paula. Is Paula in here? Hi, Paula. Sorry if I missed anyone, guys. Oh, you're fine, PJ. No big deal. No big deal. Okay, let me go over to my Facebook. And we'll get started with some of these flyers. Okay. All right. Now if I can figure. There we go. Okay, so last night, hi Lake, thank you for joining. Hey Frank, thank you for joining. So last night Barbie got a hold of me. A family had gotten a hold of her that their son was missing. Hi Mark and Betty. I haven't seen you forever. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to see you. My goodness. So long. So Barbie got a hold of me that the family had gotten a hold of her needing a flyer. So I come up with this one at like 2 a.m. in the morning. So it's kind of cheesy, but I did the best I could. But what it is this is James Guest Whiskey. He's missing from Gallatin, Tennessee. He's autistic. He is 24 years old. He's 5'8". James was last seen leaving 118 Central Drive, Gallatin, Tennessee on 11/3 around 4 p.m. He was last seen wearing a dark colored sweatshirt that looks like cargo pants. Video surveillance shows him at the Dollar General at 675 Water Avenue, Gallatin, Tennessee that same day. If you have any information about him, please contact 911 immediately. And I will show you a few other pictures too. Here's a bit of a close-up of him. What a handsome young man. And they said that it's so unlike him. He's really friendly. They can't believe that he just didn't come back. This is a first for him, which is very scary. This is a tattoo he has on his right hand, and it says love. So if you think that you see him or you may see him, he has a familiar face. I think that, I would be able to remember him. Please try to humanize him, not just make him a picture. And if you see him, please call 911 immediately. He very well could be in danger. See what chat? Yeah, he did. He just went missing. He had just went missing on the 3rd. And for him being autistic and living at home, they just know that something's wrong. They just know something is wrong. Definitely wrong. Okay, what do I have next? All right. Let me come over here and make sure with chat. I don't think I missed anyone. Did I miss anyone? If I missed anyone, just let me know. I apologize. It's hard to kind of keep up with chat and do it. I know. I can't believe you're in here, Mark and Betty. I have not saw you in forever. I'm so happy to see you. It's crazy. I was like, oh my goodness, is that Mark and Betty? All right. Thank you, PJ, for sharing. Yeah, guys. And if, it doesn't have to be my flyer. I'm sure other people will also have flyers out. You can share whatever flyer you want if you will just share it. It doesn't matter. Just share, please. I have an autistic grandson. I could not imagine what this family's going through. I mean, the panic alone, it would be crazy. Just horrible, heartbreaking. This is Kelvin Norris, and this flyer is by Locks of Reunification. I will put all the websites in my description as soon as the live is over. But this one is from Locks of Reunification. This is Kelvin Norris. He's been missing since November 27th, 1984. He's been missing from Greater Napanee, Ontario, missing at 21 years old, 5 foot tall. He weighs 150 pounds. Kelvin Norris left his residence on November 27th, 1984 at about 11 p.m. He has not been seen since. On his right hand, he has a 3-inch scar. Now, a lot of people are going to say, yes, it's old, whatever. I don't care how old the person, how old the case is. Every person matters, and every flyer that I read, I look at each one as if it was a fresh one. They all definitely need closure. Families need closure. This one is also by Locks of Reunification. This is Mary Jane Milliam. She's been missing since January 22nd, 1991. She's missing from Clinton, Oklahoma. She's 41 years old, 5'3", and weighs 125 pounds. According to Mary's husband, Frank, Mary disappeared between Clinton, Oklahoma, and Las Vegas, somewhere around January 22nd or 24th in 91. Milliam was traveling with her husband, Frank, who reported her missing in Las Vegas. She was last seen wearing a blue stone-washed Levi's silky red shirt with black vertical stripes, either a rabbit fur jacket or a blue stone-washed Levi jacket. If you have any information about her disappearance, please contact the Alaska State Troopers at 907-269-5511. I used to like doodling. Yes, it's been quite a while, Mark and Betty. It's been a while since I was over on Dagos. Yes, but it's been a blessing to meet several new people. Absolutely. But for us, yeah, when I modded even, we would joke around all the time. It's crazy how time flies and people part, but I'm so happy to see you here either way. Here we go. We have Jonathan Brown and Bratty in here. Let's see. She is Stolen Spirits. If you guys are not subscribed to Stolen Spirits, please do. Like I said, I will have all of those links in my description. I didn't have time with this live. I made it like really fast to start it. But please go over, subscribe. She has a Facebook page. They do amazing work. I love their flyers. As you can tell, they put a lot of work in their flyers and their hearts in it. I mean, this is a group of people that actually, like, their heart is in each and every flyer. So this is Jonathan Brown. Jonathan Brown has been missing since September 1st, 2025. See, you was a good mod, Doodle. I'm not in Dagos either. Thank you, Mark and Betty. Yeah, I left that channel also. So Jonathan Brown has been missing since September 1st, 2025, missing from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's 48 years old, male. Let me hit the see more here. Native American. He has brown eyes, black hair. He's 5'9". He weighs 145 pounds. He has unknown tattoos on his left hand. If you have any information about Jonathan, please contact the Albuquerque, New Mexico. I guess that would be Albuquerque Police Department at 505-242-2677. Oh, you're welcome, Bratty. Thank you for all your hard work. I mean, I can't thank you enough. I really can't. You guys just put them out there. And the least we could do is share them, honestly. And the heart that you guys put in it, there's just no other. Okay, and if I say this wrong, I do apologize. This is Allison Jade Mace, missing at age 17. She's female, Native American. She has brown eyes, black hair. She's 5'4" and weighs 135 pounds. She was last seen wearing blue jeans, a black t-shirt with deranged and balloons on it. Deranged? What does that mean, Bratty? Deranged. Is that like the cuts in them? Oh, no, you're not distracting me, Mark and Betty. I love chatting with you guys. I try to make sure that you guys all feel included each time. You're not a distraction at all. I'm so happy to see you. So happy. Deranged and balloons on it. missing from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's been missing, of course, since September 26, 2025. If you have any information, please contact the Albuquerque Police Department at 505-242-2677. Please take a good look at her face. She's a beautiful young lady. See if there's something about her that would stand out to you that if you saw her, you would immediately recognize her. I am going to come over here and check chat though, because I do miss you guys. I'm so happy to see you, Mark and Betty. Thank you, Mark and Betty. Oh, you're welcome, Brady. Listen, you guys do all the hard work. All I do is get up here and read them. But I love interacting with chat because starting out as a mod, I got to know so many of you. And then once I got a channel, it's like it all just parted ways. So never feel like a distraction. If you have a question, just definitely say it. Except for you, Frank. I know your questions get wild. But everybody else, go ahead. Hi, Aurora. Thank you for coming back. Okay, and if you do have a question, leave a big like caution symbol or something. Don't let me miss it because I want you all to feel involved in this. I know it's so hard to go in someone's chat and then, you just feel unheard. I don't want that here. I want everyone to feel like comfortable to say whatever they want except for Frank. Okay. Our next one, oh, God love her. Oh, she's so cute. The next one is Ava Marie Gonzalez. Gonzalez. She's 2 years old. She would be 10 now. She's female, Hispanic. She has brown eyes, brown hair. Ava's disappearance was discovered when police arrested her mother, Virginia Marie, for allegedly locking Ava's 7-year-old sister in a closet for weeks. Bottom right picture is an age-progressed picture of what Ava would look like at 9 years old. Aw, so pretty. Missing from DeVal, Texas. She's been missing since December 25th, 2017. If you have any information about Ava, please do the right thing. Contact their police department at 512-572-8477. She's absolutely a gorgeous little girl. Goodness. We have Malay. I'm going to probably say this wrong. I do apologize. Melania R. Yazi, missing at age 54. She's female, Native American. She has black eyes, black hair, 5'3", 140 pounds, and she is diabetic. Last seen on 5th Lane on Mesa Farm Road in Shiprock. Did I say that wrong? Is it Mesa or Mesa? I always get Mesa, I think. Mesa Farm Road in Shiprock. Missing from Shiprock, New Mexico. Missing since October 12th, 2025. If you have any information about her, please call the Navajo Police Department, Shiprock District, 505-368-1350. This flyer is from the Aware Foundation. This is another foundation that puts out flyers daily. Mesa. Okay, thank you, Brady. I'm going to have to write that down because I always get that wrong. And trust me, sometimes they will definitely correct me. I'm going to write that down. Mesa. Okay. Hey, Lake, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Okay, this is Matthew Meckel. I'm going to say that wrong too. I'm not great with words, but I'm trying. Aurora says, the jail bloomers, Barbara. Uh-oh, we're jail bloomering it. Uh-oh, we're just going to keep reading flyers. Y'all going to jail today. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is Matthew Meckel. The Phoenix Police Department is searching for 25-year-old Matthew. He was last seen May 3rd, 2025, near 44th Street and East Greenway Road in Phoenix, Arizona. That was around 11:09 p.m. Matthew could be in Arizona, but he could also have traveled to other states and be seen along the roadways, truck stops, hiking areas, hotels, soup kitchens, or at your church. He was last seen wearing black pants, a blue shirt with an orange stripe across the front, East Indian style red leather sandals, and a gray backpack featuring an East Indian elephant design. He was also carrying a black water thermos. If seen, contact the Phoenix Police Department at 602-262-6151. Let me come back over here to chat. See what you guys are up to. Yeah, it is an interesting last name. I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with with doing it, but I was like, Michael. Do you guys have any questions so far? Any questions at all? None? All right. Okay, let's finish the others. Oh, look what I did. Oh my goodness, here I messed it up. Let me go back down. My grandson's in the living room. I heard him say, "Is New Mexico near the Mexican border?" Oh, thank you, Brady. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Have a great day, Brady. Thank you so much for all your work. I appreciate it so much, so much. Okay, I think we left off. Yep, here we go. I don't want to miss any of them. So this is Winter Wagner. She's a missing juvenile from Orlando, Kentucky. Winter Wagner was last seen at 6:15 p.m. on October 14th, 2025 in the Orlando area of Rockcastle County, Kentucky. She has her ears pierced and her right nostril pierced. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Winter Wagner, contact the Rockcastle County Sheriff's Office at 606-256-2121. We have Faith Lindsay. She's missing from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Faith Lindsay was last seen October 28th, 2019 in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. She has a tattoo on her abdomen of a key with initials JL and SM, and another tattoo of a cross on one of her thumbs. Faith's boyfriend, Tanner Dean Washington, has been convicted of her murder. Her remains have never been recovered. If you have any information, please contact the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation at 405-848-6724. Oh, that's so sad. That's horrible. Dang. Break the silence in the violence. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which I know it is November, but break the silence in the violence is a very big message. That's a bold message. Okay, so this is the one that Avery sent me. This is Brandy Crouch. Missing from Alabama, the Covington County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding a missing 36-year-old woman, Brandy Nicole McLennan, or Brandy Crouch, was last seen on August 27, 2024. Now, she was walking along Highway 331 near the intersection of County Road 18 at the State Rest Area in Florala, Alabama. McLennan was last seen walking with a white bulldog and a smaller brown dog. She wore a red sleeveless shirt, black shorts, and a small backpack. Photo far from it would be this bag right here. If anyone has any information on McLennan's whereabouts, they are asked to contact the Covington County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigations Division at 334-428-2662. Now, this one is so wild to me because if we go back and we go up one, it kind of gives this little thing here. And this one is by Jeremy Norris, and it shows missing endangered. So her looks do kind of change, like from what the pictures they have out. So this is a different one. And Avery says she would never leave her kids. Avery, do you know her personally? Or is she a friend of yours? Or so she absolutely wouldn't leave her kids. Do you think she's got herself in a bad situation? I hate to ask, but is there any kind of substance, or if they found the dogs, anything like that? Let me come over here to chat so we can talk about it. Yes. Yes, they found the dogs. Or yes, she's your friend. She worked for me and do you know, have they found the dogs, or do you know if there was any kind of substance or domestic issue? I hate to be so personal, but I kind of want to put anything out about her that I can to help her case. Okay. She says no substance abuse that I know of, and she doesn't think that they have found the dogs. Okay. Goodness, that's That's odd that they haven't found the dogs either. She's the absolute sweetest. That is so sad. My goodness. Ugh. Okay, let me go back over here and see if I can finish her. See what it says on here. 14 months and 1 day. You have been kept quiet and not talked much about. I call bullshit on that. I will be your voice until you are found. You have been posted one time on social media by the local authorities and not even talked about at all by them. Only ones posting is your family and friends. So please, if you know something, say something. We need answers to what happened to Brandy Crouch. WSFA TV, maybe you can help us cover this story a little more and get her name out there. Wow. Okay, let's see if I can make this. I think I can make it any bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, that is so sad. Ugh. That's terrible. Avery, I hope they find your friend. That's heartbreaking. That really, really is heartbreaking. Goodness. And like I said, this is the one that I read a while ago. So you can see the difference. That's why I was asking if maybe there was like any kind of substance or anything like that. Because if you go back to this picture here, which I mean, we all look different with makeup. I'm not saying that. But if you kind of look here, either it kind of looks like she's stressed, she's in a bad situation, or maybe that's just without makeup. I mean, we all look completely different with or without makeup. Goodness, that is that's so sad. And I went through his. Oh, we did our Let's Laugh live. Okay, I know I had more than that on here. And we have Dawn. If you're not subscribed to Southern Gal True Crime, please do. She does amazing work also. Let's go through a few more of Locks of Reunification. I know, yeah, Brady, because it's like she's up and gone, but her dogs were with her, and so she's gone and her dogs. So that kind of complicates things a bit. Like, well, you would think maybe the dogs would be found, but Oh, Brady, here's someone that shared a flyer, but not your. Okay, we'll continue. Okay. So we have Rhonda Sue Harney. She's been missing since July 21st, 1994. She's missing from Biloxi, Mississippi. She's 40 years old, 5 foot tall, and 100 pounds. She's also Native American. Rhonda Harney was last seen at Motel 6 in Mississippi on July 21st, 1994. She was a known drug abuser and alleged prostitute. Her friends and family indicate Harvey had never left for any period of time without making contact with her children. She is described as having a tattoo of a butterfly on her left breast and a tattoo of RR on her right arm. If you have any information about her, please contact their police department at 228-392-0641. This is a British Columbia case. This is Andrew Jewett, missing since September 27, 2017, from Vancouver, British Columbia. Missing at 20 years old, 5 foot 5 inches. His weight is unknown, and he is white. Andrew Jewett was last seen September 27th on East 15th Avenue and Main Street in Vancouver. It's common for Andrew to be out of touch with friends and family for an extended period of time. He was reported missing to the Vancouver Police Department on December 29th, 2017. If you have any information about Andrew, please contact the Vancouver Police Department at 604-717-2530. Avery says, I look like a homeless hood rat with no makeup. I do too, all day, every day. I either look homeless or like, no, I just look homeless. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. This is an old one. This is George Christie, missing since February 18th, 1987. They've been missing from Toronto, Ontario. Missing at 44 years old, 5 foot 10, 165 pounds, white. George was last seen at the intersection of Broadview Avenue and Queen Street East in Toronto, Ontario. He has not been seen or heard from. you have any information about George Christie, please contact the Toronto Police Service Missing Persons Unit at 416-808-7411. Yeah, Avery, it's like, nah, well, no, I just kind of just look homeless. Okay, let's see what this one. This is by A Voice for the Voiceless. This is a missing child alert from Youngstown, Ohio. In Youngstown, they're asking for the public's help locating 13-year-old Alexis Bartley. She was last seen, or has been missing since November 2nd, 2025. Alexis may still be in Youngstown area or could have traveled to Akron, Ohio. Her family is desperate for answers and praying for her safe return. If you have any information about her whereabouts, please contact, and let's see the number, 1-800-843-5678. Let me go over here and check chat. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to get a drink. Give me just a second. My voice is getting hoarse. Okay. See what's going on in this chat. What you got going on in this chat up here? PJ, have you put out any videos lately of any missing that you would like for me to play? If any of you have any kind of video that you would like for me to play and it's okay for me to play and you want me to, I will play it. It's up to you, or I can continue reading flyers. My voice is getting a little hoarse. I'm not sure why. I do have several videos on mine, but it's kind of tacky to play your own videos. But I'll do it because you know me. I don't care. I don't care. Not recently. I know. Yeah, PJ is the protesting queen. If you guys, I know that it's, but she's not out there protesting, but she is like independent. So she wants to see what's going on in the world. So if you're into that and you would like to go over there and you'd like to see what's going on in different, like, I think there's Portland, there's Chicago. If that's something that you want to do or you've never seen protests before, head on over to PJ's channel. PJ, you can share any link that you want in here as long as it's nothing crazy. But you can share your link. If you're not subscribed to her, go ahead. Even Barb was watching last night, and it's really a learning experience. You can kind of see both sides. It is kind of addicting. I will say that it is a little addicting. But yeah, it's fun. It can be fun. We laugh and joke in chat. Not that anything is funny about anybody arguing back and forth or the words being said, but it's good to see both sides. It really is. Yeah, Aurora's got her protesting signs up. She's probably protesting Frank, more than likely. I don't know. I know Brady puts out so many, and they work so hard. They do, guys. If you're not subscribed, please do. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Yeah, and yes, and some of the protesters even are out there in inflatable costumes, and I think it's kind of like a de-escalating thing because sometimes stuff gets really heated. And I realize people are like, "Oh, they're in costumes. That's crazy. It's America. They're children." But honestly, it does de-escalate, doesn't it, PJ? Even with Barb, like, how can you argue and fuss and fight and look over and see an elephant dancing? I'd be like, what? So it does kind of de-escalate the situation. I don't care. I'm not a political person, but I can tell you now, it's good to see both sides. And it can get crazy and there is some bad language that comes about. But if that is something that interests you, PJ does it on the weekend, sometimes during the week. It's just good to see what the world, what's going on in the world. If you want to. If not, that's okay too. Sometimes not knowing is good. Oh goodness, there's Frank and his froggy. Yeah, Frank and his frog. That's funny. So funny. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is also from A Voice for the Voiceless. This is 43-year-old Brent Rogers. He has been reported missing from, Scranton, Pennsylvania. He was last seen on November 5th, 2025 at 1 p.m. in the 1000th block of Quincy Avenue. He was wearing a gray shirt, tan pants, cream-colored socks, and a black zip-up jacket. Brett is known to frequent food pantries and abandoned buildings in the Scranton and Dunmore areas. Brent is a white male, 5'6", and he weighs around 210 pounds. Anyone with information is asked. Oh, look what I did. I went right on over here. I went straight to that. If you see Brent, please do not approach. Call 570-348-4134 or call 911 immediately. Let's see what PJ says. Yeah, well, actually tonight they are having a sweating out the fascist protest. So I am a little bit curious with that, how they're going to do that. Yep. And I'm not doing that from a political side. I'm just curious because, listen, I lost a lot of weight to sweat into the oldies. Richard Simmons, I'm telling you, God rest his soul. I lost some weight with that. And it was cool, like 50s music, 60s. It was great. Oh, it's Saturday? Oh, okay. It's Saturday at 2. See, I can't even keep up with the program here. Excuse me. All right. So what am I doing here? What am I doing? Where am I at? I think I pretty much went through several of these. Let me see if I can go back over. I may have a short video. I kind of want to do some kind of remembering even on some of these videos because I don't know. To me, it just feels like with the missing, there's so many missing. So many. So many. I wish that there was a way that we could change that. But it just seems like, it's awful. I don't think it's getting any better. But I know Avery did send me, if I can find that. Yeah, the justice for Susie and Evan. I will share that real quick. I promised her. Let's see. Let me get that on there. Just so you can kind of see the pictures. This was the justice for Susie and Evan. This is Susie and Evan. Yep. Beautiful lady and her son. This is just sad. It's so sad. But please take a look at their faces. Let's see if I'm going to follow. I'm sure there's a way that I could share this. Well, I might not be able to share it. If you have questions about this, I'm sure you can reach out to Avery, and Avery will share that for you. You know Susie's husband killed him? You think so? I hope not. I really hope that her husband didn't kill her. Because to me, it's like, oh, you can't see it? Look at me. Because StreamYard did that stupid update where you have to share and then share again. Okay. How about now? Is that better? I'm sorry, guys. They keep updating this stuff. I can just barely get used to half this crap. Then they update. There they are. Yeah, because, she looks so sweet. And I really pray that her husband did not take her life because, yes, I know. Do you want to come up, Avery, and tell her story? You can if you want to. I'll definitely let you. If you want to sum it up, it would be a little bit easier to describe. I just think that is so pitiful. I couldn't imagine that her husband killed her because that is her protector. I would look at him like my protector, Okay, let me share this in chat. Let me copy it. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. To think that your husband is looked at as a protector and then to take your life, that's heartbreaking. It is. That's very heartbreaking. Okay, Avery, there's the link. If you want to come up and tell her story, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, just whatever you feel like you want to share. You don't have to give a lot of the details, any of that, but I would like a little bit. She looks so sweet. I would like to at least get a summed up story, about her. Because Susie and Evan matter. Everyone matters. Aurora, don't you click the link. Aurora, right as soon as Avery's done, you can come up here too. You can tell us all. Ha ha ha, Frank. Certain time tables have turned. Oh, there she is. Okay, guys. Let me get her up here.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and mute and you can tell us the story.
All right. So Susie had recently remarried, And this man lives in Wetumpka, and it's like 8 minutes from my house. And so she and her son, Evan, moved over to Wetumpka and moved into his house. And she had a best friend over here closer to my house that she confided in. And she was actually getting ready to leave him because she found him on it's a website called Backpage where you sell yourself for certain things.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And there was some other issues too. He was violent, he was controlling, he wasn't letting her talk to her family. And so she was planning to leave him. And he never told her family that her or her son were missing. And her family had been calling, and
How long, Avery? How long had
it had
you
been
not?
months.
Oh,
Had
no.
been months. He didn't report her missing to law enforcement. Her mom ended up handwriting a letter and mailing it because her Susie's cell phone had been disconnected. She couldn't reach her anyway, so she handwrote a letter. Well, the letter got returned. So that's when they headed here to Alabama to figure out what was going on. And when they got here and went to his house, he opened the door and said that she left him for another man. That was his whole explanation. Well, in the meantime, he does construction. He had completely torn down his house, like the whole inside of his house.
He
I'm
tore the
talking,
whole inside of the house?
huh?
Like he remodeled all of it, or he just like
Oh
tore
yeah.
up?
Oh yeah, he remodeled all of it. I mean, I'm talking taking down sheetrock, flooring, everything. Well, when her family reported her missing, now, of course, she'd already been gone for months, and police got there, which the sheriff went, the Elmer County sheriff. I can't remember his name, but he went. Um, the whole place lit up with luminol, like it lit up like Christmas lights, but they could still smell remnants of bleach. And I mean, he took so much out of the house, carpet, floors, everything, plus all of their belongings.
Oh, no.
He
The
had
son
burned,
too? The son
yeah,
stuff also? Oh.
uh-huh. There was none of their belongings in the home at all. He even burned their mattresses. I mean, he was dragging all kinds of stuff out to the burn pit in the back. Luminol also lit up back there, but they were unable to test anything for DNA because of all of the bleaching and tearing things up and everything that he did because he had months to do it.
Oh, welcome in, Kimber. Thank you. I'm happy to see you too. Mark and Betty was in here also. Sorry, Avery. I get so happy to see
No,
my
it's
people.
okay. Yeah, hi, Kimber. I can't see the chat, so I'm just
So when it lit up, like, I hate to ask this, but like, was he a hunter? Like, I know this is odd, but like,
Mhm.
would the man be like a hunter where he would like have even like had a deer in there, or they know for sure, hey, this is this is sus and
Yeah, so, like, typically here in Alabama, even the people who hunt, they don't usually bring them into the house, and I know, like, the living room and
yeah.
bedrooms lit
Well,
up.
yeah, especially the living room, bedroom, right? I just meant like sometimes I know I've seen like people will like it's bad to say because I know I hope Brutally's not watching because she's vegan and she doesn't like this stuff, but sometimes
Yeah.
they will like quarter it up and bring it in because it's so cold out, like not the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I see
didn't
what
know
you're
that,
saying.
but not like
Um,
that in bedrooms. No, I can't even make an
yeah.
example of that.
Yeah, and so I know that you had read that there was no suspect, but the sheriff has said that that he is a person of interest. And here's the other thing too is he immediately had a new fiance, like immediately. And
Oh,
I followed him for a long time. Like
yeah.
I literally followed this man around. for a few weeks where, I
Hey, we
mean,
just gotta be careful. That's dangerous.
yeah, he couldn't see me,
Mm.
but yeah, this is back, when I used to have my own true crime channel and it was
Yeah.
bigger. Um, and yeah, I wanted to see, what he was doing. And I don't know if he's still living in that house now, but I know he was a couple of years ago. And people in our area, they all say they think that he did something. So I guess he's not too liked.
Dang. So did he move from the area completely, or he just stayed around like a narcissist?
Yeah, so he stayed in the house and had a new fiance that he moved into the house. And
Oh,
up until I think the last time I spied on him was like 2 years ago.
yeah, I would stay away, Avery, just for safety reasons. You don't know, but
Hmm.
so I know I had just read this, but this was his stepson, correct?
Yeah. Hmm.
So has the dad of this son, like, has he confronted him, or what kind of record are we dealing with? Like, does this guy have a criminal
So
record?
I don't think he has a criminal record. If I remember correctly, I don't believe he does. Um, and I think, okay, if my memory serves me right, she left the first husband because I believe there was some domestic violence there. Um,
Mm,
and I
mm.
hadn't heard anything if he's spoken out about, his son being missing. And all of her family, they're in, is it Oregon, or
I
you had read it,
yeah, I had read it.
or
Like,
Michigan.
let me see, it might be on here real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, so I mean, and they want answers.
Well, of course. I mean, could you I
And
couldn't imagine even just with family. Oh, I've messed that up. I'm sorry. I wanted
yeah,
to show the pictures for sure. Yeah, there we go. I
even
just
her car was still there. Like her car was still outside. He told police that some man pulled up in a black truck and picked them up, but they couldn't find any proof of that on his ring camera.
wow. So
Yeah.
everything's there. So her car's there, the kid's stuff
Hmm.
there, her stuff's there. They're gone. The house lit up, and police have done nothing. Like,
Well, he
I,
got rid of all their stuff by the time.
yeah, but the
Yeah,
burn
by the
pile.
yeah,
Did
by
they
the
have cadaver
time
dogs out?
they did, yeah, and the
Oh,
dogs did hit on on things, but again, they couldn't DNA test anything. It was too.
burn. Yeah, it's too long.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. So this case haunts me because
well,
I
yeah.
yeah, I don't think they're coming back. And I
Amen.
don't think she just left with a man. And
No.
it just, yeah, it's terrible.
And I hope that her family gets closure. I mean, this is 2 losses. This is not just a daughter, this is grandson too. I mean, that's
Yeah. And they used to FaceTime with her family. They used to FaceTime with them
oh,
all the time, like on
people.
a daily basis.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, boom, she just quit communicating, period.
And how about the Brandy? I wanna talk about her a little
Yeah.
bit too, because let me go back up
Yeah.
into that, because, that's kinda got me a little weirded out too with it, because how does that
Mhm.
even happen? Like,
So,
don't give your personal information at all, but, like,
yeah.
what kind of line of work was she into? Is it dangerous or no?
No, no, no. So
Okay.
yeah, so years ago, I used to have a few boutiques, um, or the ones that were like in the country. You could call them, a country store because it would be like a
Yeah.
boutique on one side, but like hunting, fishing stuff on the other. But we also did like embroidery and things like that. Um, and so when I first met her was in 2015, I believe. And she came in wanting to know if I needed anybody to do embroidering. And I just so happened to have a ton of rain jackets that needed monogrammed. And so I just paid her cash just under the table,
Sure.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she would just come by, the store pretty often and, just do whatever kind of work I needed around the store. She is a Brandy is the sweetest thing. I can't think of anybody that even dislikes her, and she loves her children. Um, I've never known her to be involved in anything criminal or substances. I mean, I guess she could have been, but I've never known her to be. She's always been thin, on the thin
Yeah.
side.
What was Susie and
Um,
Evan's last name? Kimber was asking.
oh, 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 Lord.
Yeah, I had just gotten off of it. I was like,
It's,
I know it's Susie and Evan Kimber. If you look it up, I'm sure if you type in Susie and Evan, it'll
yeah,
pop up because that's what it did for me. But
yeah, because I'm
wow,
dang sure I can't think. Yeah, but I
um,
do know that, Brandy, she didn't have a car of her own that I know of, because I don't know if it was her boyfriend or her husband that would always bring her by and drop her off at the shop. And so I don't know where she would have been walking to. 331
hmm.
is a busy highway,
It
and
makes
I
me
don't.
wonder if she's walking like away from danger.
Yeah, and I don't think the dogs were hers. I
Oh,
think the dogs just kind of started tagging along with her while she was
oh,
walking.
well, that
But
kind of changes the story then, because I was thinking those were her puppies. Okay.
yeah, her mom is elderly, and her mom does videos on Facebook.
Okay.
Um, but
Yeah.
aside from that, our law enforcement has done literally nothing to look for her. Nothing.
Mhm. Mm.
There's been no searches. When she first went missing, I was one of the first ones. It was like, "Hey, let's do searches. Let's do grid searches. Let's find her." Because she would never leave her children, never. And law enforcement
Mm.
has done nothing, absolutely nothing.
Maybe they have information they're just kinda working on behind the scenes. Does she have siblings that maybe could be in contact with law enforcement that they? Because I don't see
Mhm.
that it's a closed case, so they may be working on it, just not offering the public anything just in case.
Yeah, I
She's a
hope.
beautiful young woman. I just couldn't
Yeah.
imagine why she would be out like that and then gone.
Yeah, and I mean, it was daytime, she was
Yeah,
just walking, in the
that's even
day. I so
scarier.
her
Mhm.
mom said that she didn't think that she was, like, in any kind of distress or had had a fight with anybody or,
Mhm.
anything like that. She just
Mm.
didn't drive. Th you know, it's very strange. It really is. And her mom and her family, they say that law enforcement just isn't even really giving them updates or, anything like that. So, I just don't know. Uh-oh. Am I up here by myself? No, I don't see myself. Hmm. Am I up here though? I
All right, guys, is that better? No, actually, it was so weird. It said someone else is trying to log into my account. Like it was purple, and the screen went like all purple, all white, and then it said someone was trying to log into my account, and I was like, "What?" And then it all went black, and then it came back again and said that they failed this. It was unsuccessful, and I'm like, "What? That was wild." Oh, I'm loud. Kimber, I'm loud. Okay, let me turn it down. I don't see. It's real. That's wild. Like somebody tried to log in here. Man, they would be so. Is that better, Kimber? I'm sorry. I was getting all riled up over here. Lizard. All right, Avery, I'm going to send this again. I'm so sorry. That's weird. I've never had someone try to log in. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never had someone try to hack my StreamYard while I'm live. Well, I've never had anybody try to hack my StreamYard anyway. I'm pretty boring. I mean, if they want to talk to me, just come up here and talk to me. Damn. I was like, what the hell is this? All right, Avery, there it is again. I am so sorry. That's wild. Have you guys ever had someone try to hack into your stuff while you're live? Hey, hacker, just get the link and come up here. We can chitty chat. I got like 4 people left. They're like, oh damn, Diddle's gone. I'm out of here. I like little chats though, because I can actually like chit chat with you guys and get to know each other better. Here's Avery, if I'll add her to the stage. Welcome back, Avery. I am so sorry. Somebody tried to ask me while I'm live.
No, that's okay. I thought I was on panel by myself until I was like, uh-oh, what do I do? What do I say?
Welcome, Kimber. Kimber's up here with us too. Hey, Kimber.
Oh, you said if I wanted to talk to you that I should come up here and talk to you.
Come on up here. What you doing, Lizard?
Hi, Kimber.
Well, here I am. Hey.
I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you.
Nope, I've been hiding because I got tired of YouTube.
I did too. I took a break and I had to make a new channel. That's how tired I got. I deleted everything and I had to make a whole new channel.
Anybody else want to come up here? Barb, you want to come up here too? Frank, anybody else want to come up here? Might as well just have a party with this thing. Aurora, you can come up here and tell the stories about Frank. She's like, no, I'd rather not.
Oh, he's down there accusing her of Putin.
I know it. He's always picking on her.
And she's like, I did not.
She's so cute. She's so sweet. She just puts up with him. I'd be like,
and if she did, it would be a glittery fluff.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt you about Brandy. Go ahead and finish, and I'll put her up on the screen so we can kind of do. But that's
okay.
scary. That is so scary to think that you could just be going for a walk, and then you know what? One day, done.
Mm-hmm.
That's so scary.
So my opinion and gut feeling is that she is no longer with us. And I think that somebody snatched her up while she was out there walking, because 331 is a pretty busy highway, and Florala is kind of like it's Florida, Alabama, and it's
that's what I was fixing to say. I'm sorry, Avery, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's what I was fixing to say, because that's right there at the Florida-Alabama line. That's a tourist area.
It is, and there's some rough. So, and the reason I feel like she's not with us anymore is because I don't believe it with any of my being that if she could humanly possibly get back to her children, I know she would. I don't believe that she would just abandon her children, because I mean, I remember Facebook, all she posted was of her kids, her son at softball practice. I mean, she was all about her kids. So there's just no way that she would just walk away from them.
Oh yeah, I completely understand that. Like if someone would say that Kimber just walked away from her son, I'd be like, no, you're full of shit. It ain't happening. You know,
Right.
And we all know that about our friends. We know that we're not just going to up and leave our family. But then again, if it's so busy, how did no one see that she's gone? Like, in the
I
day.
know. I know. I think I had read something about her going into a restroom at a rest area, and I th see, I don't wanna be up here, being inaccurate, so I'm relying on my horrible memory, but I believe I read something about that, and that was the last time she was captured on any kind of footage. So it could have been a truck driver could have got her. I don't know.
The thing is, anybody could have got her at a rest area, not necessarily just a truck driver. There is so much traffic in and out of rest areas that you just
Yeah.
never know.
And she's
There's
so
just a rest
tiny.
area. There's just so much traffic in and out of rest areas, and I mean, it's just a rest area is an easy in, easy out.
Yeah. And
I'm,
she's so
I
itty
mean,
Yeah.
bitty. Somebody could easily grab her because she's so tiny. I can't remember how tall she is, but she's so tiny. I'm talking very small framed.
Do you think she
So
would have caught a ride with someone? Like maybe she was tired, even.
I don't, I don't know. I really don't know.
Well,
And the
yeah,
bag
that's kind of
that
silly for me to ask. You wouldn't know. I'm sorry.
and the bag that she's carrying, it doesn't look like a purse or anything. It looks like one of those like travel weekend travel bags. And so I was thinking, well, maybe, she was trying to get, because I know she had shared custody of her kids. And I was thinking maybe she was trying to walk to where her kids are or one of their games or something, and, had thrown some stuff in that bag. Because I know if she didn't have a vehicle and if she needed to get somewhere, she'd walk. But I don't know. I can't make sense of any of it.
I've got a purse that big.
I bet you do for protection. And I'm playing.
So yeah, some people do. Look, I have one. I
Wow,
have like
that's hmm.
a little purse that I run around with, but then I have like a big purse that I always throw in the back of my car. I actually found a pair of my son's socks in it today. Everything's in there.
I've got a backpack type
Barbara,
purse now, but I mean, I've got some big purses, but I mean huge. But yeah,
Yeah.
Barb would like to
Barbara.
know, do you know if she had any like mental illnesses or anything
So
like that?
um, if she did, she never told me. And her mother has been doing, she's done videos and stuff on Facebook. She hasn't mentioned anything about like her needing medication or anything like that. Whenever I seen her, she was always, just in a good mood. Always talking about her kids. So if she did have any kind of thing going on, I wouldn't have known. But I mean, then again, people hide it well. Like I have depression and I'm, like always cracking jokes and the happiest person in the world. So I don't know. I really wish I knew.
You know, yeah, you have a point because, even when I'm really sad, I will make the most jokes, or in a very sad situation is when I'm the jokiest. So I get it.
Ye-
I do. And people
Yep.
hide stuff just because I mean, even Kimber and I know each other so well now that there's really no hiding it. But usually in the beginning, like you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know what kind of pain someone's holding,
Right.
really.
I used to be embarrassed and I would never tell anybody. But this year different things have happened and now I'm not embarrassed anymore. I'm just like, you know what? I have depression. I take medication. It is what it is. I don't I don't see it as something to be embarrassed of anymore.
Right.
oh,
I
I
get free therapy. I call Kimber and Barb and I get free therapy.
There you go.
I take medication for it, and I don't care, who knows, or it's my business. And if nobody likes it, then they can, screw off. But
Right.
Doodle and I talk a lot, and I can tell by the tone. Even in text, Doodle and I talk a lot on the phone, and we talk a lot in text. But I can tell if Doodle texts me, and she can tell the same if something's wrong by the responses. And I can tell when Doodle picks up the phone. Doodle can tell when I pick up the phone. We can both tell if something's wrong with each other by the tone of our voices. Even if she tries to sound happy, or even if I try to sound happy, we can still tell when something's wrong with the other one.
Right.
And that's a
yeah.
blessing. That really is. That is a blessing. And I think everyone should really have that. And the sad part is a lot of people don't. Before this, I just didn't have that. And I really hope that each of you that are listening, and I mean that, if you need someone to talk to, I'm not going to go running my mouth. I promise you. I'm not going to judge you. Listen, I've done some stupid crap in my days too. If you just need someone to talk to, I'm here. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone needs that someone. Definitely.
Yeah. I
Even
just
Barb with
recently
her cooteritis.
I just recently became open about it, and honestly, I talk to my dogs. But my dogs are like, what do you call that? My
Support
support.
animal. Yeah.
That exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Is there
can't
any
talk back.
Yeah, they just listen. Well, like, even when I'm live, my dog will look at me like, "Why are you talking in that box again?" Like, and he just tilts his head like, "Oh, we're doing this again, Psycho. Okay."
Poor Pinocchio.
Yeah, but Pancho, yeah, the vet called him Pinocchio, but yeah, that was funny.
The vet called him Pinocchio, so it's a running joke.
Yeah. If there's anyone in chat that has a case that they would like to go over, or they want me to go over, please feel free to. Mustang, you can come up. Frank, you can come up. Aurora, any of you. I want you all to feel like this is a safe place, that if you want to go over a case, you want to give some opinion. Hey, Stormy. There's Stormy. Stormy, you can join us too if you want. If there's any cases that you'd like to go over, or you have questions about, or even for me to read a flyer, please feel free to. Hey, Paranoid. Hi, welcome. But if there's anything like that,
Yeah.
please feel free to. I mean, I love to learn about new cases, and I would love to keep old cases fresh. Everyone deserves to be found.
So,
And
there,
every time in my comments, I get
Hey,
this
Stormy.
where they're like, "Oh, they're 100 years old, they'd be dead." You know what? So what? I don't care if I'm 500 years old and I'm missing. Keep my name out there. My family needs me to come home.
well, this is another name that I want to throw out there. Her name is Shannon Merry, Merry. And her father was a NYPD homicide detective, worked with Duty Ron. She's been missing for a lot of years now, and because she had substance abuse problems, her family does not care to advocate for her or the fact that she's a missing person. But her name is Shannon Merry from New
Mary?
York.
Okay. I did find. I'm not going to play the video, but I do have a picture of someone that has a video on YouTube. I always want to ask permission first to before I play anything, but I will share this just so we can see. Which, to me, anything on my channel, and that's to every one of you, whether you like me, you don't like me, whether we've gotten along, we don't get along, I don't care. Anything on my channel is for awareness purposes. As long as you're not just like shaming me to where I'm going to cry, I'm fine with it. And then I'll just ask you to like remove it. But other than that, use anything that you want. I don't mind.
I don't like you, Doodle. I don't like you, Doodle.
I know you just love me. I know you're just stuck with me anyway. Okay.
Yeah, that is her.
Yeah, that's her. And I hope you can see it. She's beautiful. So what is the story kind of back there with that? Amber Hagerman? Okay, I'll look that up as we're talking, Stormy. Go ahead, Adrian.
So Shannon had she had made friends. Okay, let me see quite how this went. She had substance abuse problems, and she had a I guess it was like a boyfriend. Her family had kicked her out because of the substance issues, she started staying at the boyfriend's mother's house. And from what I understand, the boyfriend's mother treated her basically like a slave for years. And the last time she was seen by one of her friends, she was extremely emaciated. She was not in good condition at all. And then she just vanished. And I have talked to Shannon's brother on what, because I covered her case back when I had my channel in 2020. And I had reached out and talked to her brother, and he literally told me that their family does not give a ish about her or where she is or the fact that she's missing because of her substance issues. And her dad he was a I don't know if he still is, but he was a NYPD homicide detective.
Wow.
Yeah, it's sad because I mean, it's not fair for, people to pick it just because they have substance abuse issues doesn't mean that, they don't matter. That's a disease. That's a hard disease to fight, and it's not fair.
Right,
So,
and their family will pay the price. I mean, the family does hurt, and they do pay the price, but think of how the person feels,
Right. Right, exactly. Because I think that, I mean, I don't know. I would think that's when, if it was my child, that's when, I would want my family to pull together and not shun them. But
Right. And a lot of
and she,
times it can be thrown to the side. Even with alcoholism, families will just throw you to the side instead of trying to help.
yeah. And I'm trying to think of how many years it's been now that she's been missing. And so I know I covered it, I believe, in 2020, and I think she had already been missing for several years. So probably, I don't know, if I guess probably 10 years now, maybe.
Dang.
Let's
All
see.
right.
So that video is the TTU network. In this episode of Missing on Long Island, we delve into the 10-year-old case of Shannon Mary, and that was 2 years ago. Okay, so 12 years.
Dang. All right. Well, thank you, Avery, for coming up here. I appreciate it. I've learned a lot, and thank you for talking about those cases. And
Absolutely.
maybe we can do this again sometime, and we can find, other ones that we can keep fresh. But thank you for coming up here.
All right, I'll be down in chat. Bye, Kimber.
Okay.
Bye, Avery.
Bye. All right, so Stormy has come. She wants us to go over one. Let's see if I can stop that screen. And I will. Okay, and this one is Amber Hagerman. I'm not sure how this will work, Amber, so I'm going to mute us because I think I have to mute. I think we have to mute for the sound to work.
I'm going to jump down because the boys will be home in a few minutes, and it's going to get loud, but I'm going to jump down.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up here.
You're welcome, honey, and I will call you later.
Okay. All right.
All right, honey.
All
right, sweetie. Bye.
Okay. All right. So Stormy wants us to go over this one. Let's see if I even shared it. I don't think I did. Leave it to me. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And then I don't share it. All right. Let's share this. Possibly. Yeah, there it is. All right, guys. So let me know if the sound works or if it doesn't. I'm hoping that it does. Sometimes I have issues with it.
For over 30 years, Thomas J. Henry has been in the fight for those who have been injured in Texas. With over $1 billion delivered to our clients in the last 4 years and more than 13,000 5-star reviews, our dedication to life-changing results is clear. But don't
It's
just
an
take our
article,
word
not
for
my
it.
ad.
Hear
Thank
from
you,
those
Avery.
who've experienced the difference. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Amber Alert was named in honor of Amber Hagerman, a while riding her bike on January 13, 1996. 4 days later, she was found murdered in a creek a few miles from her home. To this day, who killed her remains a mystery. In 2021, on the 25th anniversary of her disappearance, Arlington police hosted a press conference with Amber's mother. Police say this is what a witness saw.
He described the suspect carrying Amber in that same position as she kicked and screamed to his truck and putting her inside the driver's side door.
I want to know why. Why her? She was only a little girl. And to Amber's killer, I'm asking you today, please turn yourself in. Give Amber justice.
After her death, the Amber Alert system was created. It stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response. On the 29th anniversary of her disappearance, Texas DPS recognized National Amber Alert Day. Last year, DPS activated 47 Amber Alerts across the state. In 2023, Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill adjusting the alert system in honor of Athena Strand, who was kidnapped and murdered in Wise County in 2022. It lets law enforcement issue an alert when a child goes missing before it's confirmed there was an abduction. The alert goes out to a 100-mile radius from the child's disappearance and the surrounding counties. In Amber's case, the hope is one day her killer will be brought to justice.
Our hope is that someone in the community can come forward 25 years ago out of fear or not wanting to get involved. Whatever reason, we need folks to search their minds and bring forward anything that may be valued to our investigation.
Angela Shen, Fox 7 Austin News.
Wow. My goodness. Oh, you're welcome, Mustang. Goodness, that's crazy. That's a long time. That is a very long time. Is there anyone else in chat that would like to bring up anything you want me to look up before I end? It's crazy that it's unsolved. That is just nuts. It is sad, Barb. It's very sad. Wow. That's just, it's horrible. Shannon Polk. Okay. Give me just a second. Okay. Is this the one, Avery? Oh, if it doesn't put me behind a paywall here. And it may. Cut it out. Yeah, it's going to put me behind a paywall. Oh, doggone it. I don't know if it'll let me try a different one. Let's see. This one might work. Maybe. Shannon Polk, after 20 years and still no answers, murder investigation is still active. These paywalls, I don't even know why they do that, especially on just an article. That's wild. But this is what I'm looking at. If it'll share it. There we go. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess everybody's got to make their money, but hey, Cash, thanks for joining. Happy to see you. Kimber, Evie wants to know how her GoFundMe is going. Well, not well. Evie is her dog. Whenever she went on vacation, I was joking that I was going to get her dog a GoFundMe so she could go down there on vacation with her mommy. All right, so this is the article that comes up. I don't think this one's behind a paywall. It could be, but we're going to try it anyway. It's Shannon Polk After 20 years and no answers, murder investigation is still active. Make sure I'm not muted, and I'm not, thank goodness. I'm surprised. Usually I mess that up. All right. It was a warm, windy evening on Saturday night as droves of citizens from the Prattville area gathered at the Pratt Park Amphitheater to honor the memory of Shannon Polk with songs, speeches, and the releasing of lanterns. Today, August 16th, marks the 20-year anniversary of the day Shannon was reported missing and her neighborhood in Candlestick Mobile Home Park. Shannon's story. For newcomers to this area, her name may not be familiar, but for members of the surrounding area who lived here at the time of her disappearance, the memories are still very strong and difficult. For the family members have not forgotten this sweet little girl who everyone loved, but was a common presence in the neighborhood. Shannon was 11 when she disappeared. Despite thousands of man-hours, national media publicity, featured on multiple unsolved crime shows, her killer has never been positively identified or faced justice. The theories of what happened that day are numerous. People can still remember what they were doing on the news when it was first released of her disappearance. Residents offered prayers and their help to search. Ultimately, it would be hunters who found her remains in a wooded area off North Aduga. Somebody correct me here. I'm going to say that wrong, I know. County. This case has been considered closed by area law enforcement, especially the Prattville Police Department. Hundreds of people were interviewed over several years. Leads were followed, tips came in, but so far it remains one of the biggest unsolved cases within Prattville community. Atuga, okay. Even in the midst of the unsolved case, community members have remained hopeful throughout the years, and Shannon's killer will be brought to justice. On Saturday night, prominent officials of Prattville, past and present, gave their insight into Shannon's death, her death affected the community as a whole, including Jim Byard, who was the mayor of Prattville in 2001. Oh, look, they were all releasing lanterns. Cash says, Soul Asylum asserted my time to find the missing. But yes, the GoFundMe is a joke for the dog, guys. It's not real. It was just a joke between a dog and I, because I'm weird like that. Okay. In 2001, our city was a lot more innocent. We had never had an issue like this before. We certainly were not exempt from having crime, but never before had we seen a young person go missing like this. But our community pulled together, really like I had never seen before. Officials from the area are still working on solving the crime. It's not going to bring Shannon Polk back, but it certainly would close a chapter in our city's history. The mayor was also present at the vigil. He offered words of comfort to a family and community who were still 20 years later left without answers. I feel like the loss of Shannon ripped the community apart, but it also pulled us together as well. It made a lot of us more dedicated and vigilant of our surroundings. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, but I have full confidence in the city of Prattville. We are dedicated to this family and their friends. And I've lost my place. That justice will be served. It might not be in this world, but it will come. David Humphrey, founder of the nonprofit organization Alabama Alliance for Human Trafficking and Child Safety, spoke after Gillespie. He explained that he created this organization to fight crime against children and to educate the community about child safety and human trafficking. Our goal is to keep our children safe. We want to keep this case fresh and remind people, if you see something, say something. Be the voice for your community. Even the smallest piece of evidence could blow this case wide open, possibly even solve it. We will continue to work with our law enforcement agencies to ensure that our communities are safe and that our children are being protected. After the sun completely set and Humphrey walked off the stage, event organizers helped the crowd light their own candle. The audience prayed and listened to music, which was quickly followed by a moment of silence. 20 lanterns were then lit and released into the sky, signifying the number of years since the passing of Shannon Polk. At night's end, Polk's mother, Marie Stroud, spoke with the impact that Shannon had made on her life. She always had a smile on her face, and there's not a single day that goes by where I don't think of her. It means a lot to me, our family, and our friends that so many people came out here to remember her 20 years later. To this day, I know she's looking down, smiling at all of us. Shannon Polk would now be 31 years old. Family and friends say they often wonder how she would be in life. Perhaps she would be a mom herself. Sadly, they'll never know. But the hope remains that answers will be forthcoming and justice can be served for her unsolved murder. Aw, well, that is such a sad story, but a heartwarming one, too. Aw. And see that this is probably every state has one of these cases. It's really sad. It is. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, all right, guys. I guess that's it for the evening. This is like my second live today. Cash, what are you doing? Barbara gets mine scared at the weirdest things. I just had an idea, Doodlebug. We should have a missing persons marathon where we could take turns and do like 3 days or so. 3 days? Avery, I'm old. How about we just do 1 day and we throw out as many cases as we could? But yeah, that sounds better. That would work. That would work. All right, guys. Well, I can't thank you enough for joining me twice today. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I don't know if PJ is going to have the protest on tonight. If not, I will see you somewhere else, I'm sure, in here. But if she does have the protest on, I'll probably be over there. I like to watch and see what's going on in this world. But all right, guys, have a great evening, and I will catch you next time. Bye. Oh, no worries, Stormy. You're fine. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Hearts that hurt, they find a friend. In every truth we help defend. For the bullied, for the gone, we'll keep their legacy strong. No more shadows, no more lies. Hope is how